I really love getting feedback. I really love knowing everything that I could be improving on and whatnot. So please don't be shy. Don't feel like Mac Attack where you don't want your drones to get shown. Don't worry. I love your drones no matter what they're like, and I will listen to your drones no matter how critical they are, no matter how much they want to kill me as a Protoss player, and whatnot as I am blocking their hatchery. I generally try not to commentate while I'm blocking someone's hatchery. That just seems a little bit rude, especially if the drone is trying to give me criticisms. Anyways, it looks like the players are invited back, so we will likely be getting back into this game in just a little second. Just a little second. Not a few seconds, just a little second. A little second is actually, it's a bit of a misnomer. A little second's a bit longer than a few seconds, as you can see here, because it's been a few seconds. A little second, it's just a little bit longer. Just a little. Hopefully, Mac Attack will not have any lag issues this time as well. It looks like all the players are going to stick with the same race. I think the biggest change that I can see happening right now is that the colors will be different. So I don't know if you guys know this, but psychologists have actually shown that players with red, or players that play the color red, are seen as more aggressive. So it looks like Mr. Cuddles is going to be reserving that right as the more aggressive player. So what I'd really like to see from Mr. Cuddles is this mind game where, he picks the color red, but then he decides to, I don't know, instead play super defensive. Because Doom and Brotoss would actually just think he was being the most aggressive player ever. And, oh my god, his red! How can he not be aggressive? But really, Mr. Cuddles will just be making them probes and pylons, getting up that big army for that big macro game. Anyways, so looks like players are discussing. I think that they are ready, but we're currently just seeing and considering the possibility of if the internet does not, or if the internet ends up going out again, what's going to be going on. I do believe that we are talking to the admin of the Collegiate Star League. Oh, another thing I never talked about. So these games are actually being played for the Collegiate Star League. If I had them URL memorized, I would be pounding that out just like I did with my YouTube channel and my Twitch TV stream site. But anyways, you can just go ahead and pop into Google, google.com, and type in Collegiate Star League. And don't worry if you don't know how to spell collegiate. I definitely messed it up once or twice. And the great thing about Google is that it just auto-corrects everything. Am I the only one that has this thing where if you just don't really learn how to spell things, you can only just Google it, right? I mean, before Google, I used to be this kid who would either I want to make sure I'm very presentable, make sure I'm not misspelling things on my school papers and whatnot. So I would open up Microsoft Word and type in the word, and I'd be like, "Oh, darn it, I definitely misspelled that. Green is not spelt with an A." And now I can just do that in Google, and it's really good. You know what? I'm actually, while we're waiting here, I'm just going to go ahead and type in green, G-R-E-A-N. And what do you know? Google corrects me to G-R-E-E-N. And now I know that green is spelt with 2 E's and not 2 A's. But you know what? While I was talking, the game actually is just, the countdown was going off. So we're going to get started and stop talking about green, because, I mean, look, there's no green players in here. It's just red, blue, pink, and orange. And pink and orange, I feel, is more subtle colors. So Brotoss and Doom, if they go for an aggressive build, the same way that I say red, it's an aggressive color, you go for a defensive build. Brotoss and Doom should try and do the opposite. And oh no, Mac Attack! Mac Attack still having that stage fright. Okay. Well, looks like we may have to we may be seeing someone else subbing in for Mac Attack, or we might actually just instead see a forfeit. Hopefully we won't see a forfeit. really love to see this game being played. But it does look like potentially the lag is gone. Anyways, I'm going to do the introductions fast before the lag gets back. Here is... You know what? I'm actually going to start with Mac Attack because I didn't get to introduce him. So don't worry, Mac Attack. Your drones are mining just fine. There's no bouncing around because you are the blue Zerg in the left-hand corner. And actually deciding, you know what? This Overlord, it's just fine right here. It's going to scout this region. This region right here. But anyways, no problem, Mac Attack. Sometimes lag can get in the way. You can make some of those mistakes. And he's going to be representing Southern Illinois University. His ally, Mr. Cuddles, is going to be the red, oh my god, so aggressive Protoss. So aggressive that Mac Attack is getting scared again. Oh my god. Look, so one thing that you guys have to keep in mind when you're doing your team games, you're laddering, you're playing with your friends, don't be too aggressive on your own allies. You might actually scare them. So as you can see here, Mr. Cuddles is actually making Mac Attack feel a little bit nervous. So that could be one downside of picking red. You know, Mac Attack might be thinking, oh my god, there's this red person right next to me. I have to be careful. But don't worry, Mr. Cuddles, that is in fact your ally. Or Mac Attack, Mr. Cuddles is in fact your ally, but getting that lag again. But anyways, this is in fact Mr. Cuddles. He's going to be the Protoss player, representing Southern Illinois University. And here we have Brotoss. He's going to be the... I believe this is pink. It's either pink or pale white. Definitely pink. He's going to be representing Purdue University. And Protoss player, a solid master level Protoss player. And here we're going to have the other Purdue representative, Doom, also a master level Terran player. So he's going to be the lonely Terran in this matchup, and Mac Attack is going to be the lonely Zerg in this matchup, although looks like Mac Attack might end up getting kicked out again. You know, this SCV right here, you can see in the portrait, he's getting a little bit fed up. He's just smoking. He doesn't even care anymore. He says, you know what? This just isn't going well for them. I think we have this. If they lag out, I mean. But hopefully Mac Attack's internet will stay up for the remainder of this game. We do see the barracks and gateway going down, and as you can see here, gateway timing for Mr. Cuddles is actually substantially earlier. It's a good 15-20 seconds earlier, and you might think, oh, 15-20 seconds, that's not too bad. But, you know, it does make a huge difference. Mac Attack getting his spawning pool up, not doing a super aggressive spawning pool timing. You know, it is a little bit earlier, but likely just for maybe dealing with some scouting pros, putting on a little bit of pressure, but nothing to it game ending. Anyways, it looks like we do have the Cybernetics core coming down from Mr. Cuddles, as you can see. Actually, pretty evenly timed with Brotoss, so it looks like Brotoss might not actually be too far behind anymore. Would have liked to see Mr. Cuddles maybe not delay his Cybernetics core too much. He did have a good advantage, but you know, kind of gave it up by delaying his Cybernetics core. Now we do see the wall off from Doom. He is getting that one Marine, getting another barracks up. He does have this refinery, so I wouldn't be too surprised to see either a tech lab coming down. Marines, I heard, are pretty good. So, might see a lot of Marines, maybe a few Marauders. Here's Brotoss getting pretty good vision of everything that's going on. Likely knows that there is another Cybernetics core, but he did see that second gateway going down. So he does know that Mr. Cuddles isn't just deciding to do a one-gate expand or something risky like that. And there's that tech lab I was talking about. Probably going to see combat shield or stim research. And we do have a third barracks, so it's going to be 3 barracks from resident Protoss or Terran player, and it's going to be a 4-gate from Brotoss. So as you can see, he doesn't have the second gas, and he does have Chrono Boost saved up. That is a key thing for a Protoss player. And it looks like Mac Attack finally deciding to send out this Overlord, and finally deciding that, you know what, I feel pretty comfortable with this area right here. I know what's there. And hopefully Doom notices this so that he can send out one of these Marines just to, you know, take out this Overlord. It will probably supply cap, actually, Mac Attack, if he does take that out, and doesn't look like he's opting to do that. Anyways, Brotos trying to do a little bit more scouting, a little bit more prodding, getting that proxy pylon up, actually, for his 4-gate, and wouldn't be too surprised if we saw him just build up some units and then wait up for Doom so they can do some good aggression. Mac Attack getting up his natural. Really, definitely, Zerg players need to do this at some point during the game to get out that extra larva, and really the extra larva, because you can't spend all of your money without that second hatchery, even on one base. It's a little bit surprising. But anyways, it looks like we are going to see the Purdue team move out with this pretty scary looking push, as you can see here. This is the entire army of Mr. Cuddles, and you can see that right around here, Mac Attack does not have too many Zerglings to produce more drones. He does have that Zergling speed on the way, but I'm not sure that's going to be enough. And we can see here, Mac Attack is apologizing. Hopefully he doesn't stick around to typing for too long, as it might interfere with some of this micro, but oh no, Mac Attack does see the attack coming. He does have some idle drones that are just going to get killed off. Oh no, Mac Attack retreating the drones. Meanwhile, Brotos going straight for the jugular on Mac Attack. Maybe doesn't want to see him lagging anymore and just wants to finish the game, but here we see, oh no, Mac Attack, he has the speed links, and they are going to get a pretty decent surround on the Zealots. Meanwhile, Mr. Cuddles coming in with from the other side with his units, but, you know, they managed to stop Doom's units from coming down, but Doom is just going to opt to go in and try and kill off Mac Attack. Now, Mr. Cuddle is trying to get out his Immortal and maybe a few sentries. And it looks like he actually is going to try and move out to save his ally, but, oh, Brotos and Doom putting that ramp on the lockdown, making sure that nothing can get out. Meanwhile, Doom is going to try and clean up this hatchery. And Brotos trying to move up the ramp and ignoring the lag. There are the sentries there to try and delay any pushes from coming up. And Mr. Cuddles does have an observer just ready, just in case there are some Dark Templars or maybe a Banshee, and actually even just to snipe any observers from getting high ground vision. But oh no, he run up too many units, and it looks like he's going to end up losing a lot of his units just because all of Brotos' units and Doom's units can see the high ground with this one Zealot, this hero Zealot, standing here with 5 kills and saying, you know what, I'm enough of a badass that I can just stand here while I die. But don't worry, his life was for Ire, and for Ire it was indeed, even though it doesn't look like this Protoss player might not be representing Ire. And it looks like things are looking grim for Southern Illinois University. Brotos and Doom are starting to clean up all the production facilities of Mr. Cuddles, and I'm not too sure what Mac Attack can do right now. We can see here in the unit station, Mac Attack does have 3 roaches and, you know, overlords. That's pretty much all he has right now. 4 drones as well, starting to try and build that up, but I wouldn't be too surprised if we did see a GG pretty soon. It looks like one of those, or all the roaches are now gone from Mac Attack. Meanwhile, Doom and Brotos are cleaning up the remaining probes of Mr. Cuddles. And we have a little charge coming from Mac Attack, likely trying to, you know, get that damage in with his drones, but a little bit too late, and looks like that's going to be game. So that's going to put the score back to, it's going to be put the score to 2-1 in favor of Purdue University. So it's going to go to the 4th game. And if Purdue manages to take this game, it will, in fact, secure a win for Purdue University. But, you know, Southern Illinois University still has a good chance. They can, in fact, try and take this series back and bring this to the ace match. And the ace match, as you can see here, there's only 4 games listed. But what the ace match will be is each team can select on the spot which players they want to have play their ace match, as opposed to this lineup, which is submitted in the past. Although Southern Illinois University does have some substitutes, so we will be seeing them potentially in the next match as well. I'm not entirely sure if